So today we will try to learn about AND gate. Here's the truth table and here are some combinations of AND gate. And we will go through each combination one by one. So the first combination where both the inputs are 0, the output is 0. Here A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1, the output is 0. In the third case, A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0, and again the output is 0. Here in the fourth case, it is different. Here A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1, and the output is 1. So we can say an AND gate is a digital logic gate where we give two inputs and it produces an output. And only when both the inputs are 1 or high, the output is 1 or high. So this table is correct, but if you are a beginner, you might still feel confused because the table tells us what happens, but it doesn't explain why it happens. So instead of memorizing this, let's try to understand the idea behind AND logic using a simple example. So we will use a simple switch analogy to understand this. So I have drawn some circuits over here. So it's a simple circuit. So it has two switches in series. This is important, in series, a battery and a bulb. So we are using this analogy to understand the behavior of an AND gate. So let's start with the first case. So here you can see both the switches are opened, or both the inputs A and B is equal to 0. Therefore, the output Y is equal to 0. Or we can say in this scenario, the bulb does not glow. In the second scenario, where one switch is open or A is equal to 0 and the second switch is closed or B is equal to 1, the output is 0. Again here, the bulb doesn't glow. In the third case, the first switch is closed or A is equal to 1 and the second switch is open and B is equal to 0 and the output Y is equal to 0. Again here the bulb does not glow. And in the fourth scenario, as you can see, it's different from the rest of the cases. So here both the switches are closed, or we can say A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1. Therefore the output Y is equal to 1. And in this scenario, the bulb glows. So that's it from my side, and